Hopefully you guys are having a good one out there. Enjoying the night. It's really hot here. I'm wearing a hoodie and sweatpants in my office. It's like an icebox in here. That's one way to describe how I feel right now. But anywho, I'm doing really good. Besides last night's election, we'll talk about that later. But really, probably the biggest news for me so far during this week is basically the United States of America trade deal that's going on. It's still in the works, but I feel really confident about it. We get a lot of supplies from China. I get die-cast cars from China. I think a lot of people get electronics, and there's a lot of things that come from China. I could list things and go on and on about it, and having these tariffs on these products that we have, it's not good. I support these tariffs, and I collect diecast again, and when I heard about these tariffs, I was like, I don't know about them, but looks like we're getting back to normal. We're getting peace, and we're getting equal trade, which is what we want. And the United Kingdom was first, and now with the China trade talking going on, it should be getting closer to being finalized, hopefully. So that's a big promise. I think a lot of people want this trade war to end. China's been unfair with America for a long, long time, and the Democrats want to support China more than the United States with this trade war, and it's baffling, to be honest with you, really baffling. And I'm just really excited to see what they could do in the next, hopefully, month to July. I'm a big firework guy, and most of the fireworks come from China, so I really hope that we get some fireworks, get some fireworks that are not tariffed, and enjoy them this 4th of July. So that's what I'm hoping for, praying for right now. So I'll be waiting for that news when the tariffs stop, and and then secondly, on my mind is basically Trump in the Middle East. He was skipped the plane, and there's a lot of Congress Democrats or House Democrats, should I say, that were basically not, how should I describe it? Not happy with Trump accepting a plane, I believe from Qatar, and as a gift. So I guess the weird thing is that me and some family members were discussing about it yesterday. It's kind of they said that it was kind of like a Trojan horse, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I mean, I think it's just a gift. I really don't know. Not really a big deal in my mind, but it's a big deal in a lot of people's minds right now, I guess. A president accepting a gift, so I have no idea why, but, it's not really, it's kind of difficult to describe, but, it's also kind of stupid in a way, too, so, it's a gift. Move on with your life, and it's I don't know, really. It's just interesting to listen to what people think. But yeah, anywho, the big thing I really want to talk about tonight is the mayor's race in Omaha, Nebraska. So if you guys didn't know already, Mayor Souther lost yesterday. John Ewing won. Shockingly, it was an upset, and and when I came home last night from dinner, I was kind of baffled to see the results on TV. I was like, how? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? And actually, I'm not doing anything to myself. I elected a Republican mayor here in Fremont, but why is Omaha doing it to themselves? That is a very good question. Now, obviously you could relate to basically Gene Stother being mayor for over 12 years, and people want change, they want a fresh face, and basically that's number one. Number two is that they don't like the streetcar, but also John Ewing supports the streetcar as well, so that's kind of weird to vote for. And also number three is that the Democrats went out and vote more, and won the election, and I don't know. I mean, that blue dot was definitely enforced last night. That's for sure. And it's kind of disappointing too. I don't want Omaha to be turning into like another San Francisco or any other Democrat-run cities that turn out to be the worst for these cities slash towns across the United States of America. And every time I listen to John Ewing, he really doesn't have a plan at all. He just says that he wants to do things better than Gene Stother, and that's not really a plan. That's not really a plan. No, that's more like basically copying and pasting and adding words to it, basically. And I don't really trust the man. I really don't. I mean, it's not his skin color. It's not anything like that. It's basically him as a person. I mean, I guess here's the thing. You go into his radio station and like you accept it in the invitation from it, and you do the interview, and I guess that if you don't want to show up to another radio station right after that, which is probably like, I'm guessing a couple rooms down, since I'm guessing these radio stations are working in the same building, but you don't decide to go down, which is a more conservative radio station, and basically just ignore them and just move on. I mean, that's kind of basically not trying to avoid certain questions being asked hardballs. I mean, I guess in my opinion, if I was running a campaign for mayor, senate, congressman, or president, I want to be asked the difficult questions. I think that would boost my popularity and also my voters up. And I think Monday, I believe, the biggest discussment, I believe, was some mail-in cards for Stother and Ewing. And for Stother, it was basically a bunch of men in dresses with Ewing in the middle saying, "Do you support Ewing?" And all the men are saying yes. And then the second postcard was believed from the more liberal Democrat campaign on whoever did this, was basically Stother looking under like a bathroom stall, checking if it's a male or female in that stall, making sure there no funny business is going on. And it was a lot of disrespect towards each other, but I mean, anywho, the radio station basically wanted to ask about that, and they basically skipped it. Skip that radio station. So, I don't have respect for that. I don't care who you are. Don't care what you do. I mean, it's one thing to respond, and it's another thing not to respond. That's just disrespect right there. Disrespect. And, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how Omaha voted for this. They voted for a clown. That's who I gonna guess. It's gonna be a clown fest for the next 4 years in Omaha, and I would feel bad. I would, but they did it to themselves, and they're gonna face the consequences of voting for a Democrat mayor who's basically going to be woke. Like, they start off basically in the middle, try and get some conservative voters as well, and then when they're in, they're going to go all the way left, and they're going to basically go with these woke agendas. And that's one thing, like, for me, I'm like, okay, like, I'm voting Republican. Like, basically, it's a safe bet. Like, the only thing that could be done is some allegations the Democrats make up and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm just really, like, the Democrats these days aren't the same in the past, should I say. You know, they're not. I don't know how to describe them. They're basically promoting things that us, like, we don't, like, us regular people don't want to hear about most of the time. And they're basically getting the word out more and more. And, and sometimes they go over extreme on what they want. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about the LGBTQ, Black Lives Matter. They're doubling down on this, and us regular people working hard, like Americans, really don't care about that stuff. We care about our taxes. We care about our roads, obviously, which I felt like was not a big factor in the election this year, in my opinion. But I mean, we care about that stuff, and I feel like Omaha just elected a mayor that would care about, like, that diversity, and I'm hopefully Omaha learns from its mistakes, and hopefully we move on. And 2029 election, hopefully this podcast is good enough to be on a radio station like KFAB hopefully someday. And I want to advocate basically conservative thinking, and Omaha is definitely a purple city, that's for sure, and we want to make that red. We want more conservatives in Omaha. We want more conservatives overall, in a perfect society, I guess, in my opinion. And I guess really, I'm not really don't know what to say. My thoughts, I mean, I gave you some of my thoughts already, but I'm going to give you some more. I mean, giving up Stother, which is a one-in-a-lifetime generation mayor, is a big loss for Omaha. The economy was growing rapidly in the last, like, 5-6 years, and Omaha basically decided to give it away. Just like that. And I'm just a little concerned about them right now. If Ewing does good, if he basically does not do the things I expect him to do, then, and actually cares about Omaha, and the economy continues to grow, and people are happy, then I'm wrong then. But there's something off about that guy. I mean, he can be nice, but I mean, every time he talks, I mean, he doesn't have that energy. He doesn't have what Stother has, and I just don't know. But all I know is that basically for Omaha, it's going to be a tough 4 years for them, and hopefully it's easy. Hopefully it's easy, because I don't want Omaha suffering. It's a third home to me. My first is Fremont, second is Knoxville. But, I mean, I don't want Omaha suffering. It's basically where I grew up for most of my life. So, if you're in Omaha, just basically advocate, like, if you don't like how things are going in the next month or so. June 9th is when John Ewing's going to be mayor of Omaha. So if you guys don't know, don't like how things are going on, then advocate and basically try to regroup. I want Republicans in Omaha to regroup, refocus, select a good candidate that's similar to Gene Sother, and go after it again. We need to turn the Democrats in Omaha, and I guess now I'm leaning into nationwide now on a concern that I feel like a lot of other conservative podcasts are not talking about, or radio shows aren't talking about, is that the Democrats, I feel like the Democrats are slowly but surely regaining friction and the way I could tell is basically with a lot of things. That Wisconsin race earlier this year, I think a Democrat won there, and then it's just basically it's something very concerning going into midterms next year. It's something that the Republicans don't need to be at right now. I think our guard is down right now, and we don't need our guard down. We need our guard back up, and I want to push that. I want to basically keep the foot down on the pedal and continue to basically gain voters and basically ensure that voting Republican is the right thing to do. And I feel like there's a lot of guys that are doing it, but I feel like we're not doing enough. We need to keep pushing. We need to keep focusing our attention on the Democrat Party and what they're doing wrong. And they're doing a lot of things wrong, but we need to keep doing this. We need to keep pushing. We need to keep at it with them. And it's going to be very hard. It's going to be challenging, but I mean, it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. So I'm going to end this podcast here. I'll upload it. And I want you guys to think about is what can we do to improve the Republican Party right now while Trump is in office, and what we could look forward to at midterms and in 2028 when that election comes around for president. That's some questions I want to leave you guys with when I'm in this podcast tonight. And we'll get back at it probably tomorrow night. Since it's Thursday, I want to try to be more consistent, 2 episodes a week. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I've been very inconsistent with uploading podcasts lately, but it's a very busy month for me. We got racing going on. Indy 500 is coming up. And I'm going to my first race on Saturday, so that should be fun. Austin's doing awesome stuff. I think he has a job, so congratulate on him. And it's gonna be very challenging, but we're gonna get after it, and we're gonna bring you the best. I'm gonna bring you the best opinions that I have, and we're gonna try to continue growing this podcast into something that you guys could depend on, relate on, and give your guys' opinions on. And real quick, since I said give your guys' opinions on, you can go full throttle on me. You can call me every name in the book, and honestly, yeah, and I probably won't budge, and I'm not asking for it, but you guys can't. There'll be people that would be doing it, obviously. So if you want to at me, Curtis Kraig 10 on X, Kraig Curtis show on iHeart. If you want, there's a talkback mic on it, so if you want to talk back on that, you can definitely do so. I'll be listening to it. Haven't got not on yet, but progress. We want people's opinions and reactions to the stuff that we say on the Kraig Curtis show. So again, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a good one out there on wherever you are. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night, probably an hour earlier. And we'll definitely have a lot more things to talk about with the mayor election. Hopefully Austin joins tomorrow night as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much. See you guys.